One of the simplest process improvement strategies that you can implement in any business or organization is having a secure way to store information and to easily retrieve that information when needed. That is why organizations usually have file cabinets where they store different folders and files about projects, about clients, about different categories of information. And they have a way of organizing that information in such a way that when you need something, they know exactly where to go to find it for you. But you'll find that in many cases, it's always cumbersome. Okay, checking file after file, folder after folder, looking for what they are, looking for. But you can make all of that easier by digitizing the process. And one of the simple ways to get this done is simply by using cloud storage. That is what we're going to be talking about in this session. You may already be familiar with cloud storage, but you are going to learn some new ways to use it, and you are probably going to reinforce some of the things you already know. There are different kinds of cloud storage platforms. We're going to be we're going to be exploring two in this session, and those are Google Drive and Dropbox. We have others like OneDrive from Microsoft, but we're going to be looking at Google Drive and Dropbox. Okay, let me just go to Google Drive. Let me share my screen. To access Google Drive, simply go to drive.google.com, drive.google.com, or you can install the Google Drive app on your phone or other mobile device. So this is Google Drive, and you can come to my drive, and do you see how we have different folders for different purposes? Now all of the projects we work on in the company are in this folder, TPCL deliverables, and we have organized it in different ways. You see 2024 deliverables, for example. We have decided to organize it based on months. Okay, this is for January, February, this is for January, this is for February, this is for March, April, May, and June 2024, like that. Now you can organize in different ways. You can organize based on projects, you can organize based on clients, whatever works best for you. And as your business organization grows, the way you structure your information, the way you organize it may also change. You can create a new folder by coming here and you click new and you create folder. You can create files, documents, spreadsheets, slides, presentation slides, forms, and you can also right click. You can right click and access all of those options too. I want to show you some interesting features that you probably might not be aware of before. For example, look at the memo for this program. If you go to linkapp.click/ASAP memo, you will find it. I want to show you something. Now it is hosted in Google Drive. It's in one of the folders. It's in one of the folders here. If you go to okay, memos, and that's what I was saying about making it easy to find what you are looking for. So here now, just search for memos. Can you see it has even brought it out? But I can open the memos folder and see what is there. But it has brought out what I'm looking for. So this is it. Or I could have also used the link like I did before, and then it will take me there. But it is inside a folder. I can come here and check, for example, details. Okay, so I'll find the folder where it is. So it's in this folder, memos folder. I want to show you something. Just pay attention. Now this is the memo. Let me open it again. Now what I want to show you is that I want to update this memo. We have all of the information here, yes. I want to add information about accessing the replays. We just said the replay of each session will be available. This was before we started the program. Now that the program is underway, we want people to be able to get the link to the replay simply by reading the memo. Now, what we could have done is, maybe we just create another file and upload it and say, sorry, this is an updated version, go and check this updated version. But instead of doing that, we can simply replace this original document while maintaining the same link. So I'll just go to the folder. Let me show you the updated version. I've created an updated version, which I called updated memo. And look at it. You'll find that this updated version includes the link. I have added the link. A replay of each session will be available and all of that. And I added the link. When you compare it to, let me maximize this so that you can see it well. You see, so the link is now there, the link for the replays. When you compare it to what we had before, you will find that the link is not there. The link to the replay is not here. But what I'm going to do now is I'll go into the folder into the folder where the file is saved. This is the file, this is the folder, memos, and then I'll just click these three dots here. Then I'll go to file information, then manage versions. Then I upload new version. So I will upload the new version that I want people to access without changing the link. Now this is it. So I'll just open, and that is it. So once this finishes uploading, if I now go to link app.click/memo, or if I refresh what I have here, you see that there is no link for replays here. So if I refresh it now, you will find that you will find the updated document with the link to the replay. Look at it. Can you see this is the updated document? So now anybody that sees the flyer now, maybe someone sees the flyer and sees the link app.click/asap memo. If the person goes to that link now, link app.click/asap memo, it will show the updated version. It will show the updated version of the file. Now let me show you another application of this principle so that you can see how it can be applied in a lot of ways. In my church, for example, we have a Bible study manual, and we always have new editions of the manual from time to time. But we want people to be able to download the latest version of the manual at any point in time. So we uploaded it to Google Drive, and once there is a new version, we will update it just like I showed you here. We update version and add a new version. So you can always go to rebrand.ly/TCN Bible Study, and then it will show you the latest Bible study manual at every point in time. So once there is a new manual, we don't need to tell people, sorry, there is a new manual, there is a link now. No, it's the same link, because we're just updating the destination file in the Google Drive folder. Now, in your own organization, for example, let's say that you publish a monthly magazine. I'm just saying, for example, maybe you publish a monthly magazine in PDF format, and you want your audience to be able to get that magazine, or your clients to be able to get it anytime. You don't need to keep sending them, oh, this is the link to this month's edition, this is the link to the new edition. Just upload it to Google Drive once. Then once there is a new edition, you update the file like I just did. You update the version, you add a new version to it. Another thing you can do a lot. I'll just show you a few. The more you use it, the more you get to know more. Now, another thing you can do is you can collaborate. You can easily collaborate on documents, on files. For example, all members of our core team have access to this folder. Okay, so if you check now, you will see some of them there. Okay, you see some of them that they have access. Now, if you go to the link, if I share a link now, okay, let me even use a simple example. We recently concluded a project, and yes, and we provided feedback. We compiled a feedback document. This is it, linkup.click/TIWB feedback. Okay, it's a brand identity design project, and we compiled feedback for the team members that worked on it, especially the team lead. Now, this feedback here, you see, I went to linkup.click/TIWB feedback. But if you go to this link, you won't have access to the file. Do you understand? Because it has only been shared with the people that need to work on it. That is another advantage of using Google Drive. You can decide who you want to have access. You can decide the level of access. Now, compare this to the memo. We want everybody to have access to the memo. So we have shared it with anyone with the link. You see, anyone with the link can view it. But there are still some people, team members, that can edit. You understand? So you can choose different levels of access for each file, for each folder, and whatever it is you are working on. Then you can collaborate. For example, if you are editing a manuscript, or you are working on a document, several people can work on it at the same time. You can add comments, and people can check your comments and accept or reject, resolve it, or add their own additional comments. So it makes collaboration easy. So do you see what we're saying about remote work? So you can work with people from anywhere in the world and collaborate because you have tools to make that happen. Now, I've shared a lot about Google Drive. Let me share something, a unique feature of Dropbox. Dropbox is also, it works a lot like Google Drive in many ways, but it has its own unique features, just like Google Drive also has its own unique features. But there's one unique feature I want to point out for you on Dropbox, and that is the capacity to create a downloadable link. Let's just call it that way, a downloadable link. A link that once you click it, something downloads. Now, if you have something you want to share, maybe you have a product on your website, for example, and you don't want people to be able to share the link, you only want them to just click a button and download it, you can use Dropbox for that. Now, look at this, for example. This is the flyer for this program, Accelerated Skills Acquisition Program. It has been uploaded to Dropbox here, and I want to show you a mail that one of our client success managers sent, and connect it for you. Now, okay, this is the mail. If you're on our mailing list, you would have received this email. Okay, dear Philip, I want to leak a memo that, okay, this and that. Now, there is a link here that people can click to read the memo, but we also want them to be able to download the flyer easily. So we inserted the flyer in the email, and there is this button, download flyer. So once you click this download flyer button, the flyer will download to your device, whether you are clicking it on your laptop or you are clicking it on your phone or your tablet. You see it has opened that download dialog box, so it will just download straight away. You just pick where you want to download and you save. But we were able to do that with Dropbox. We uploaded the file to Dropbox, and for every Dropbox file, okay, that window is still loading, let me use this. Now, for every Dropbox file, once you share it, once you copy the link to share it, okay, there is usually, this is what it looks like. So let me paste it here. So see what it looks like at the in the browser window. At the end, you have 0, DL equal to 0. This DL, I believe it means download. DL equal to 0. So if you want people to be able to click a link and download it immediately, you change that 0 to 1. DL equal to 1. Now let me take you back to that email. Now just look at the lower part of my screen. I believe you should be able to see it, or maybe even if you don't look at it now, you see this download flyer. If you look at the lower part of my screen, we see that there is a link there, dropbox.com/sel blah blah blah, that ends in DL equal to 1. Or I can just right click. If I right click and I pick copy link address, now let me copy this link address to Notepad so that you can see it more clearly. Okay, so I've right clicked on this download flyer. I right click on it, I pick copy link address, then in my Notepad here, let me just paste. Can you see? You see that it ends with DL equal to 1. Let me increase the font size so that you can see it. Let me paste the link in Google Docs so that you can see it. Okay, let me just paste it here. I will delete it afterwards. So I'll just paste it here for you to see. Okay, then I can increase the font here. Now look at it. I can increase the font size. See, so the link is DL equal to 1. Because it is DL equal to 1, any link you create in Dropbox and you remove the 0 and replace it to 1, once people click it or visit the link, it will download that item instead of just displaying it. So let's demonstrate it again. I'll copy this link into the browser, and you will see that it will open a download. It won't open the file, it will just show the download straight away. It won't open the file. Instead of opening the file, it will just download it. You see, it's just downloading it. But if I change it, if I change that 1, if I change it to 0, let me change it to 0. Instead of downloading the file, it will open it. So there are some situations where you want to open a file in Dropbox. There are some situations where you just want people to click and then download the file. So Dropbox will make that easy for you. See here, you can see the file, you can view it, okay, instead of downloading it. And the only difference is you change DL equal to 0, you change it to 1 when you want people to just download straight away without viewing the file. When you want people to view the file and choose whether they want to download or not, then you use DL equal to 0, which is the default link, okay, that comes with Dropbox. Okay, like I've said over and over again, we cannot cover everything in one session. The idea is to, or in fact, even in the 21 days, the idea is to introduce you to these things so that you see what is possible. And as you continue to use it, to encounter situations and you research, okay, how do I achieve this and all of that, then you find new and better ways to even maximize these tools. That brings us to the end of this session. So try to practice what you have learned. Okay, create a Google Drive folder, create a folder in Dropbox, share files, and see how it works. If you are still using physical cabinets in your workplace, you may want to help them, okay, to set up something better. Yes, you can still have the physical cabinet and all, yes, but you should now back up in the cloud. It also makes it easy to keep your files safe so that you don't lose files, okay, if something happens, and you can access your files on any device. You can even back up your entire laptop on Google Drive. And one of the ways to use it better, because by default you have 15 gigabytes of space, and if you are going to be using it for all of these things I'm saying, you can easily run out of the 15 gigabyte of space, because your email is also sharing from it, every Google resource is sharing from it. But 15 gigabyte of free space is kind of generous anyway. But if you want to take that further, you can use a service called Google One. There are several services, but if you are using Google Drive, Google One will work for you. If you Google it, Google One, it will take you to the website. So you can buy 100 gigabyte of storage, 200 gigabyte of storage, whatever amount of storage that you need, up to 2 terabytes, and I think maybe even more. So we have 100 gig right now. You can upgrade to whatever it is you need. You see all of the options here, and there are some other benefits that also come with it. Google did not pay me for this. I'm just showing you what is possible. Okay, so that brings us to the end of this session. I will see you in the next session.